Welcome to the ninth video lecture on the topic P block elements. So we were discussing elements of group 14. We were studying trends in chemical reactivity. Today we are going to study reactivity towards halogens. So you know that carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead, these are the elements included in group number 14. Suppose I represent these elements by symbol M. These metals, these elements combines with halogen and they form dihalide MX2, where X is equal to fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, etc. So, the electronic configuration of these elements is NS2, NP2. When these two electrons take part in bonding, they form dihalide. This is dihalide. When all the 4 electrons of the valence shell take part in bonding, they form tetrahalide. So I write the reaction here. Metal M or these elements combine with halogen to give tetrahalide MX4. Here I balance this reaction twice X2, now it is balanced. So this is tetrahalide. Tetrahalide. Carbon forms carbon tetrachloride. Silicon forms silicon tetrachloride. Germanium forms germanium tetrachloride. Tin forms tin tetrachloride. Lead forms lead tetrachloride. Try to understand the stability of these tetrachlorides decreases in this order. Carbon tetrachloride is more stable and lead tetrachloride is least stable. These tetrahalides are covalent in nature. Most of the tetrahalides are covalent. These atoms undergo sp3 hybridization. They undergo sp3 hybridization. So, most of the tetrahalides are covalent. Remember, SnF4 and PbF4 are ionic. Again, while going from top to bottom, the stability of tetrahalide decreases and stability of dihalide increases due to inert pair effect. In a group while going from top to bottom, the stability of tetrahalide decreases and the stability of dihalide increases. I give you the example in PbCl2 and PbCl4. PbCl2 is more stable. PbCl2 is more stable than PbCl4. This is due to inert pair effect. In inert pair effect, Ns2 electrons show reluctance in participating in bonding. Ns2 electrons are strongly attracted by the nucleus and they have less tendency to participate in bonding. So, inert pair increases from top to bottom. Therefore, PbCl2 is more stable than PbCl4. After explaining this point, I am going to explain next point. We are going to study hydrolysis of these elements. Hydrolysis of tetrahalides. So here I write carbon tetrachloride. This is carbon tetrachloride. Carbon tetrachloride, when treated with water, no reaction takes place. No reaction. Carbon tetrachloride cannot be hydrolyzed by water. Carbon tetrachloride cannot be hydrolyzed by water. The reason is that in carbon, d orbital is not present. In carbon, there is absence of d orbital. Therefore, carbon tetrachloride cannot be hydrolyzed by water, whereas other tetrahalides can be hydrolyzed by water. The reason I will explain. So here I write silicon Cl, Cl, Cl and Cl. This is silicon tetrachloride. It reacts with water. H2O molecule I represent like this. Oxygen atom has two lone pair of electrons. Here hydrogen combines with chlorine and HCl is removed, minus HCl. Hydrolysis takes place Si, Cl, Cl, Cl. This chlorine is replaced by OH. This type of reaction does not take place in carbon tetrachloride. The reason is that in silicon there is d orbital. In carbon there is no d orbital. This oxygen donates lone pair of electron to the vacant d orbital of silicon. Oxygen gives its lone pair to the central silicon atom Silicon takes this pair because it contain d orbital. Further hydrolysis takes place. I write here plus 3H2O. This 3 chlorine reacts with 3 hydrogen minus 3 HCl molecules. I write there. Hydrolysis takes place and this product is formed. OH, OH, OH and OH. This type of reaction is not possible in case of carbon. This is silicic acid. So this is about a reactivity towards halogen. After explaining this point, I am going to explain anomalous behavior of carbon. Carbon show different behavior as compared to other members of the group. Anomalous behavior means different behavior. I write here heading anomalous behavior of carbon. Carbon shows anomalous behavior as compared to other elements of the group. The reason is that atomic size of carbon is small. Ionization enthalpy of carbon is high. Its electronegativity is also high, and carbon does not contain d orbital. Due to these reasons, carbon show anomalous behavior. Now you see, carbon is hardest element of group number 14 because the carbon-carbon bond is very strong. It is the hardest element present in group number 14. It has high melting point and boiling point. Carbon cannot form complex ions. Due to absence of d orbitals. Carbon forms multiple bonds, carbon-carbon double bond and carbon-carbon triple bond. So this is about anomalous behavior of carbon. After explaining this point, I want to explain catenation property. Carbon shows catenation property. Self-linking of atoms of an element to form chains or rings of different size by covalent bonds is called catenation property. You know that one carbon links with second links with third links with fourth, and it forms straight chain or branched chain or rings of carbon atoms. This property is called catenation property. Self-linking of atoms of an element to form chains or rings of different sizes by covalent bonds is called catenation property. Carbon has maximum catenation property. After carbon, silicon shows catenation property. Then germanium and tin have nearly same catenation property. Germanium and tin have nearly same catenation property. Lead does not show catenation property due to its larger size and low electronegativity. This carbon forms multiple bonds. Double bond, carbon-carbon, triple bond. These multiple bonds are formed by pp type of overlapping, by pp overlapping of orbitals. Carbon also form multiple bond with oxygen, with sulfur and with nitrogen. Carbon forms multiple bonds with atoms having smaller size and higher electronegativity. Oxygen, sulfur and nitrogen have smaller size and higher electronegativity. Therefore, carbon form multiple bonds with these elements. In case of heavy element, multiple bonding is not possible due to their larger size and larger and diffused shape of their pp orbitals. So this is about catenation property of group number 14 elements. After completing this article, I am going to explain allotropes of carbon or allotropy phenomenon. I am going to explain. I write the heading allotropes. So you know that allotropes are different physical forms of the same element having different physical properties and chemical properties are called allotropes. Allotropes are the different forms of the same element having different physical properties and similar chemical properties are called allotropes. This carbon shows allotropy. Carbon, silicon and tin show allotropy. Carbon has two types of allotropes. One is crystalline and another is amorphous. Crystalline carbon and amorphous carbon. The examples of crystalline carbon are diamond and graphite. Amorphous carbon, there are two types. One is charcoal, other is lamp black. काजळी म्हणतोय पा आपण. पूर्वीच्या काळी किंवा तुमच्या लहानपणी जर तुम्ही कंदील पाहिलेला असेल ज्याच्यामध्ये केरोसिन आपण भरत होतो, त्या केरोसिनमुळं ज्या कंदीलच्या काचेवरती ग्लासवरती जी काजळी जमा होत होती ती लॅम्प ब्लॅक आहे. Soot is the lamp black. There are two types of charcoals, wood charcoal and animal charcoal. So these are allotropes of carbon, broadly classified as crystalline and amorphous. Diamond and graphite are crystalline forms. Charcoal and lamp black are amorphous form. Wood charcoal and animal charcoal. Charcoal obtained from animals or bones of animals is animal charcoal. Charcoal obtained from wood or plant is called plant charcoal. After explanation of these allotropes, we are going to study structure of diamond. Now, I am going to explain structure of diamond. So, try to understand. I write the title diamond. So you know that this is carbon having atomic number 6. Its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2, 2p2. I represent or I write this electronic configuration by box diagram. These are 1s2 electrons, these are 2s2 electrons, and these two are 2p2 electrons. Now you see, at the time of bond formation, one electron from 2s orbital is promoted to vacant 2p orbital, and the electronic configuration becomes 1s2, 2s1, 2p1. This is the electronic configuration of carbon in excited state. These three orbitals mix together and forms or undergoes sp3 hybridization. In diamond, carbon atom undergoes sp3 hybridization. Each sp3 hybrid orbital overlaps with another hybrid orbital of carbon atom. So in diamond, suppose this is carbon, it is bonded to 4 other carbon atoms by covalent bond. Carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization. So this is tetrahedral. The 4 carbon atoms are present at the 4 corners of tetrahedron. It is formed by sp3 hybridization of carbon. Each carbon again combines with other 4 carbon atoms. So I represent this carbon combines with 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon. Similarly, this carbon 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon combines with other 4 carbons. Similarly, I show like this. So this pattern repeats in the whole crystal lattice. This pattern of covalent bonding repeats in crystal lattice. This pattern is repeated in the whole entire crystal of silicon and gives rise to a giant structure. This is giant structure of diamond, which is formed by sp3 hybridization of carbon, Carbon-carbon bond has bond length 154 picometer. The bond is very strong. Carbon-carbon bond is very strong. Therefore, diamond is the hardest element present on the earth. Diamond is the hardest substance present on the earth. Its melting point is 3873 Kelvin. Its melting point is 3873 Kelvin. In this structure of diamond, there is no free electron. Therefore, diamond is bad conductor of electricity. This diamond is the hardest substance on the earth. It is used in cutting of glass, in rock drilling. It is used to prepare filaments of tungsten in electric bulb. It is used to sharpen hard tools. Diamond is a prestigious substance used in jewelry. So this is about diamond. In diamond, carbon undergoes sp3 hybridization. It has giant 3-dimensional structure. Bonds are very strong. This structure is repeated in the entire crystal lattice. Tetrahedral is the basic unit present in diamond. So this is about diamond. We shall discuss graphite and other things, not today but in next video. Thanks for watching the video till the end. Thank you so much.